Hello, this is Ryan, Pro Trailblazer, and I just got done with a project where I made animated SVGs. Let's just get right into it. So here's an example. The scenario was I needed to make like a bajillion animated little icons and big SVGs like this. And I needed to do it quick and affordably, and it all had to look the same. They couldn't be different. So I went through a series of prompting to get something nice and tight, locked and loaded, so that I could make a bunch of them. So I'm going to start you off there. There's other tutorials that'll happen in the future where I show you how to do that from nothing. In this case, we're going to start with what I came up with, and you can modify it, change it how you'd like, use it anywhere and everywhere. That is awesome. Just make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. All right, so here we go. We're going to copy the SVG provided in the description. There should be a gist where you can copy the SVG. And that's what we're going to be using. It is an SVG of Pong on top of Pro Trailblazer AI SVGs. And we're going to go into Gemini. That's what we're going to be using because SVGs can get crazy if you want to animate them. All the math and where they go and what they do, it's a pretty hard process. It takes a long time to do it by hand. So we're going to take that SVG and we're going to paste it in here into the where should we start? And that's where we're going to start. And we're going to select Canvas. And then we're going to say, show this in Canvas. The reason why we're doing that right away is because we want to make sure that we can see the preview alongside the code. So when Canvas is generating different code for you, sometimes it won't show the canvas if something's wrong right out of the gate. So this SVG is legit. It's locked tight and working well. It should show you the Canvas code and the preview. But if you don't see the preview, that's kind of annoying because with the code and the preview together, what you can do is you can look through with the code here and you can change some things around. So you can say like, I want it to be Pro Trailblazer. And you can add an exclamation point. And there we go. Now there's an exclamation point after right here. So you can actually look through the code and you can change it from this point. You can start making it your own if you'd like. But what we're going to do is we're going to create a completely different image. We want to make another icon and let's do sound design. So we're going to say create another like this, make it unique to itself and focus on sound design principles. Clean, geometric, minimalistic. So not too many words, not that formal of a sentence. There are prompts that we'll do in future videos where the length of the prompt and the level of clarity is super important. And I have a lot of different ways that I automate that as well. You know, we don't have to write everything out like a robot anymore. Some things we do. But right now, what it's doing is it's laying it out. Let's see how it did. Nice. I like it. And there's some things that I would change. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift this up to the right a little bit. Now, in order to do that, sometimes the code is super, super complicated here. You don't have to live like that and modify it manually if you don't want to. What we're going to say is move the animation to the top half. So it's not in the way of the text. There we go. So we gave it a prompt. We said, move it up so it's not in the way of the text. So as it's going through this and it's laying stuff out, shifting it left and right and giving it little cues is something that works pretty well, especially if you're not super into coding. Another option is going to the code, selecting the SVG out of here, which you'll find it in the SVG tag. So you select from SVG to SVG. So from here down to the SVG, and you put it into Cursor, and Cursor has AI solutions as well, and you can modify things there too. Or you can even in chat say like, where is this stuff handled and how does it work? So you can get as manual as you want. You could have it teach you how it did the whole thing. Here we are. So now we're going to click preview. We've got the animation up to the top. I like how it's looking. You know what? For this tutorial, that is awesome. We're going to leave it like that, and we are going to go to code, and we're going to copy this out right here. We're going to go SVG to SVG. Where are you at? Somewhere right there. There we go. So we got the SVG, and then we're going to paste it in here. This is another one that I did. So this one looks like this. Let's see. rhythm. We're just going to paste it over that. We're going to save it. There we go. We got Pro Trailblazer sound design. That is how you put together a vector graphic using Gemini and prompting in a way that you can modify, change, all from a very strong minimalistic style. Thanks for watching Pro Trailblazer.